So is Harley beginning to phase out the Batwing in favor of the Road Glide Shark Nose? I see a trend happening, so let's check this out and discuss. Is Harley beginning to phase out the Batwing? Hello and welcome to Road Rush Nation. I appreciate you being here so much and coming and checking out the channel. If you're already a member of the Road Rush Nation, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming by and checking out all the videos. If you'd like to be a member of the nation, it's free. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. Well, we're at the end of 2023 and going into 2024, and the new Harley bikes are going to be out soon. We've had some called the carryovers come out in December to some of the dealerships, and there was no great big ooh. It was just carryovers, the same bikes coming out, but just a little different paint jobs, and now black is the special color. But one of the things I started to think about and notice was, hey, what's happening to the Batwing? If you noticed last year's 2023's, there wasn't that many Batwings that were highlighted. Yes, we had the CVO that came out. Yes, you had the Fast Johnny. But if you look in number-wise, the big production, the big hoopla that Harley put out was all backed by the shark nose of the Road Glides. Yes, there was the anniversary Road Glide CVO Limited that they put out with that beautiful paint job, but where was the Batwing version of that? There was a Street Glide, yeah, that had the anniversary paint, but you didn't have the Unlimited with the Batwing. The other big thing too was, let's look at the Road Glide 3. Those things became very popular. People were loving them and buying them up like crazy. So is Harley beginning to phase out the Batwing in favor of the Shark Nose? Let's take a look at Harley's website and really do an honest comparison. And I will tell you, I think they're beginning to phase it out. Okay, the first thing I want to look at is the anniversary editions that were put out. Notice we've got a couple of Batwings in here, but the big thing that they put out was the darn Ultra Limited. Yes, they hadn't released really the Road Glide 3 yet, but I think if they had, they would have put that into the paint job. So as far as the Batwings go, you do have an Ultra Limited, but it wasn't the CVO version. It was just an Ultra Limited. You did have a Street Glide, and you did have a Road Glide with the special paint. But really, if you look at it, they're starting to, where is the favoritism? Even if you look at the placement in the photos, the Batwings were kind of put at the back and put on the inside so you really didn't see them. They're really trying to highlight what everybody seems to be liking, which is the Road Glide. Okay, here we are at Harley's website, and here's the first image you'll run across when you're looking for the bikes. It's a picture of the Street Glide and the Road Glide. Baggers are their most popular models, and I understand why they put them up front. But here's what I want you to notice in the marketing. Notice how the Street Glide is on the back side of this photo, and what's up front? The Road Glide. That shark nose is becoming very popular. But let's look at the bikes and look at the new, the Grand American Touring. And this reason I wanted to look at this is let's just look at the list. You'll see, okay, here's your Road Glide and your Street Glide. Those are the standards, nothing exciting there. The poor Road King, we'll talk about that in another episode, how I don't think Harley's showing the Road King as much of its love. We have a Road Glide Special, of course, and your Street Glide Special. Now let's see what we get into. Notice we get into the Road Glide Limited. This is not the anniversary one. This is not the CVO version, but here's your Road Glide. Then you have an Ultra Limited. Now, be honest, I didn't see many of these in the showrooms at the dealerships. I might see one or two, but I didn't see them as many as the Road Glide Limited. It seemed to be a favoritism there. You had the Road Glide ST and a Street Glide ST. Now you have your Street Glide CVO and your Road Glide. Then you had your CVO Road Glide Limited, which of course I see a lot of these still on the floor, and I think a lot of it has to do with the price they were asking because of the paint job and because of the leaked information on the CVO with the newer, bigger motor in it with the 121 rather than a 117. But let's take a real good look at the numbers. There are a lot less street glides being made with the Batwing and more of the road glide versions being put out on production and put out on the floors. That is what's going to give you a really good indication of where are they heading to. Now let's look at the trikes. And you've got the freewheeler, which doesn't have a fairing whatsoever. The Road Glide 3, which is really taken off, and I get why people like those. And then you have the Tri-Glide Ultra. I predict that that Road Glide 3 is going to basically have a Road Glide 3 Ultra, and it's going to replace the Tri-Glide Ultra. And the only reason I'm saying this is, things evolve. Even the all-new CVO Street Glide, the way they redid the fairing on this to give it more of an aerodynamic and to help with some of the air that people complain about on a Batwing compared to a shark nose. If you see my recent video on the recall, it was the Street Glide that had the issue because they did not address the difference between a shark nose and a Batwing on those new CVOs. The Batwing is more problematic on wind deflection and when you're getting at higher speeds, how it acts. Personally, I love my Batwing. I'm not a real big fan of the Road Glide. And the only reason is when you get on a bike and you feel comfortable with it the minute you sit on it, that makes the difference. And I've tried both, and I just prefer the Batwing more than I do the Road Glide. It seems a little heavier in the front end for me because it is attached to the frame rather than the way a Batwing is. It's just a personal preference. Harley has to keep up with trends that are happening and what's going on in the market and what does the consumer like. The Road Glide, you see them everywhere. People all say, there's always the Road Glide versus Street Glide, the Batwing versus the Shark Nose. And really it's personal preference. If we all like the same thing, we'd all be riding the same thing. But Harley is going to follow the market. And if everybody is buying the shark nose and that's their preference and they make the bigger bucks on it, they're going to go that way. And you'll see less and less of the Batwing. I see it happening only because if you look at the number on the production, there's less Batwings being made and more Road Glide shark nose type vehicles. Even in the numbers of the same vehicle, there's more of the Road Glides being made rather than the shark nose. You're not going to see it. It's going to be a gradual thing, but in the next few years, I predict that there's not going to be the Batwings anymore. It's going to be shark nose, and that's going to be it. I could be completely wrong, but it doesn't take much to kind of see what's happening. Just look at your local dealership and see how many of the shark nose are available compared to the new Batwings. You're going to find less and less numbers. Hopefully this maybe gives you something to think about and to look at and watch what happens. If you like a shark nose, go get one. If you like a Batwing, go get it. I appreciate you all stopping by and checking out the channel and hanging out with me. If you'd like to be a member of the nation, we'd love to have you. It's free. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. Ride safe, and I hope to catch you on the highways.